Mendy, in your qualifying run the other day, you broke an input shaft 300 feet down track. In the old days, that could have been catastrophic. And thanks to the modern technology with the titanium bell housings, you didn't crash, the car stayed in one piece. But what went through your mind when this clutch came apart?
Well, I didn't really know what was going on at first, quite frankly. You know, I mean, the engine RPM came up, I thought it was smoking the tires. And then the light show started inside the cockpit. And I knew that I had blown up a clutch. I didn't go, oh, input shaft broke. I mean, I just knew that the clutch exploded inside of there, right? Anything can happen in these cars, right? And now I've ticked off another one that I've actually gone through.
Right. Mendy's clutch explosion is an actual testament to how safe these cars have become over the years, because in days gone by, a clutch explosion like this would have been tragic, and it often was.
Next up, we've got the number 7 and number 8 qualifiers. That's Adam Sorokin in the Champion Speed Shop car and Mendy Fry in the High Speed Motorsports AA Fuel Dragster.
So this is a new team, a new car for her, and that always is a little bit disconcerting when you're a driver.
Well, she drove funny cars the last few years, and now she's back to her first love, in essence, with Nitro, and that's a front-engine top-fuel dragster. She says these things are harder to drive than the funny cars, and that's why she likes it.
So she's on the bump. It's fairly imperative to have a good run. Adam, on the other hand, in my opinion, he's one of the best natural drivers out here.
Wow. Both Adam Sorokin and Mendy Fry, in essence, auditioned for your old boss, Don Schumacher, and that's a whole nother backstory. But for right now, I think they're focused on winning this friggin' March meet, and more importantly, qualifying.
Right.
So both of these guys are in a precarious situation. I mean, there's more cars to come, and they are not guaranteed a spot in this eliminator. It looks like it's shaking a little bit on Mendy Fry's car while Adam's just making bacon there to the big end. He puts up a 573 at 239 miles an hour, and that's a reasonable mile an hour for that car because it's got a pretty short fuse.
Now, that was a good run, and I don't know what happened with Mendy. It looked like it shook a little bit.
Yeah, but, that's a shame.
It's tough for them because now they are on the bump, and they can't improve. So hopefully they stay in the show.
Well, it's a white knuckle time as we get our next pair, and two cars who are not in the show, and that is Phil Ruskowsi and Brendan Murry.
My name is Phil Ruskowsi from Victoria, BC. This is a front-motor fuel car with a pedal clutch. This car is Tony Bartone's championship car that swept the series and held the world record. We took it from being the world's fastest small block dragster to the slowest dragster.
My name is Brendan Murry. I drive the Running Wild AA Fuel Dragster. I'm from San Jose, California. I've been doing this 33 years.
Ruskowsi, what do you say about this guy except he has the only true, I would say, mouse motor in the field? There's two small block Chevys. Adam's deal, it's a small block. I'm not going to say in name only because it is a very...
It's different.
Yes. But this thing actually has the Siamese ports in the middle of the cylinder head. The exhaust valve and the intake valve are right next to each other, and sometimes they get confused.
And that's not good. But one thing that is cool about this series is the different engines that are involved. You know, you have a Chevrolet small block, you have the 426 Hemi that are actually the most competitive, it seems.
Of course.
There are different things, and you don't see that in other forms of fuel racing.
You know, I'd say Mendy Fry is kind of sweating bullets. Ruskowsi and Murray would love to just kind of ruin her weekend, which hasn't been that great already.
The conditions are good. The track is clean, it's tight, the air is good, there's a little bit of cloud cover. The track temperature's been in the 90s all day. If either one of these guys struggle and don't qualify, it's no one's fault but their own. You can't blame the track, you can't blame the conditions.
Will the mighty mouse of Ruskowsi actually put up a number that'll get him in the show? Brendan Murray also, he's been at this race many times. Murray's got problems. He's done. Ruskowsi, the crew looks happy. That must be a personal best or jubilant with their 668, but they don't qualify either.
Our final pair is Tony Bartone and Dusty Green. Bartone has been the champ the last 3 years and has won the March meet 2 out of the last 3 years.
And Cole, the interesting thing about Tony Bartone, he's been around a long time, very successful in alcohol funny cars, won the world championship in '96, I think. He raced a fuel funny car for a while with Big Jim Dunn. But Bartone, he never really challenged in fuel funny car, but I gotta say, he's reinvented his career, if you want to call it that, in this class, and they're just badasses.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. He is in fact flourishing. With Steve Boggs tuning the car, I mean, he's as epic as any of the other guys, and it's really the tuner that really gets this thing from A to B. And
but Tony's doing a good job.
Yes.
And he's fighting a back problem that he's had, but nevertheless, he won the championship last year.
Yes.
And they're gonna be going for number one qualifier right now. They want to be low ET, and that's it.
Yeah. So right now Murphy's low ET, and Green is second, and Bartone's fifth. And let's just see how this plays out. Bartone's got number one on the car, so number one is where he belongs.
Bartone is on a rocket ship.
Wow, but look at Dusty Green at the top end. Holy guacamole. So that was Bartone with a 563 at 231 mile an hour, while Green puts up a speed of 256 mile an hour, top speed of the meet so far.
It looks like he drove it way out the back door.
I don't know if his his visor fogged up or what happened, but that was he took it deep. So there you go. Bartone sets low ET, and he'll be your number one qualifier. And Green finishes third. So we're looking at an eliminator tomorrow, an 8-car show of Tony Bartone versus number 8 Mendy Fry, who basically dodged a bullet. The 602 stuck for the number 8 spot, and I didn't really see that coming.
The thing about this sport is on any given day, anybody can win, and it doesn't matter if you're number 1 qualifier or number 8.
Right.
Mendy Fry has as good a chance as anybody or any other time to take out the champion in the first round at the March meet, and that would be huge for her.
Yes, well, both her and her team are going to have to find a little more than they've shown thus far, but like you say, man, they race them for a reason, because this isn't theoretical. We're here for the empirical. Who's going to win this darn thing? And we won't know until they pair up.